This is Jack. Jack is a carpenter. He made this beautiful chair with his tools. If I give you the tools, do you think you can make a chair like this? Probably no, because you probably don't know how to use these tools correctly and you don't have many years of experience like Jack. So, does it make sense to blame your tools if you can't make a chair like what Jack made? No, you can't blame the tools because Jack made the chair with the same tools. Jack has many years of experience with these tools and knows how and when and in what direction and angle he must work with these tools. You can be like Jack one day, but it needs education, practice, and experience to develop the skill. Trading and investing is exactly like this. There are many trading platforms, tools, indicators, concepts, or particular way of analyzing the market, and you may find traders and investors who have success with some particular trading strategies or tools. So, do you think if you just use the same tools, you can be successful and make profit? Of course not, because the successful guy claiming to have profit with a particular tool or strategy knows how to correctly use the tool and have years of experience in the market. Especially in financial markets, what works well for others doesn't necessarily mean that it will work for you, because in trading and investing, psychological effects also play an important role in your decisions, which I'll explain them later in this video. So, choosing the tools or any particular way of analyzing the market is relative to how you perceive them. So, you need to find the right tools that resonate with you. In trading and investing, education is the cornerstone of your path to success. You must learn and practice, and you shouldn't expect other people to have all the answers for you. You must sharpen your skill by trial and error. You must experience the market, and you must embrace the fact that you're going to make mistakes and you're going to make loss. And exactly these mistakes and experiencing all the ups and downs of the market are the valuable opportunity for you to learn and develop your trading skills. Earlier, I mentioned the role of psychology in trading. It's a very, very important factor of trading, and it's play an important role in your path to become a successful trader. Trading is not like gambling. It's not based on chance or luck, and it's not like taking your decisions based on your gut feeling. Trading is all about analyzing and understanding the market, understanding how the market participants are thinking, and how different events or news are affecting the market. In other words, in trading, you take your decisions based on knowledge and experience. But there is one thing that trading has in common with gambling, and it's how psychology plays a role in your trading decisions. Beginners, when learn the basics of trading and master the analytical tools and concepts, they have this mentality of making money as quickly as possible. One of the reasons for this is excessive self-confidence, and this causes that traders forget the risk and make spontaneous trades. And even because of the excessive self-confidence, they may make the spontaneous trades with their entire capital and then quickly losing it. And on the other hand, we have also traders who are not confident enough with their decisions and always are afraid to open a position, and then they regret for not entering the trade and missing the opportunity. Another psychological mistake is greed and fear. Greed shows up when the price moves in the expected direction and the trader is in profit, but the trader doesn't close the position on time because he or she wants to make as much money as possible, and finally ends up with a small profit or even no profit or loss, and regretting for not closing the position in a better price that was reached. And fear shows up when the price goes against an open position and the trader panics and rushes to close the position in a small profit or no profit and loss, but then the price starts to move in the direction that was expected, and the trader regrets for closing the position early and not allowing it to be open longer. And another psychological mistake is the desire to revenge and win back money. When traders lose money on a trade, they show up the desire to win back their money quickly, and this desire of taking revenge extremely affects their decision-making process, and they may end up several losing trades one after another. And on the other hand, also a trader may get caught in the fear of repetition of failures, and he or she may stop trading even if there are very good trading opportunities. So besides the education and developing and mastering your analytical skills, you also need to be aware of psychological factors that extremely affect your success. You need to to deal with your overconfidence and doubts, your greed and fear, and your desire to win back money, one way to have the psychological part of trading under control is to have a trading plan. Trading plan is a must for all traders. They must have a clear trading plan that illustrates every steps that they take for their trading decisions. Otherwise, there is no way for them to evaluate if they're doing right or wrong in terms of their decision-taking process. Everything must be included in the trading plan, like what to buy, how to buy, the amount to buy, the risk level, risk to reward ratio. Everything must be predetermined and tested and constantly evaluated and optimized. In a separate video, I'll explain more about trading plans. And another important factor in trading is risk management and managing your money properly. First of all, traders should never trade with borrowed money, and they must use only their free money that they are ready to lose, because risk is always present in financial markets and their capital can go away if the market goes against them. That's why it's always said that traders must never trade all their money in a single position, and they must risk small amount of their capital if they are actively trading. And also, it's better to trade different assets so the risk will be diversified. Your stop loss and profit target must be predetermined before you entering any trade, so you can estimate your reward to risk ratio and also determine the amount of your trade based on your stop loss, so you will not lose more than your set amount of loss in your risk management strategy. I have a video about risk management, and all these subjects are explained there with a risk management strategy, which is an excellent strategy of managing risk for active traders. The link is also in the description of this video, and I recommend you to watch it later so you better understand how you can have a risk management strategy in your trading system. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and leave a comment for me. I'll answer your questions as soon as possible. If you found any value in this video, please like it. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you get the notifications of my new videos. See you guys in next video, and good luck with your trading.